Hi, welcome to this video update, which is on the 6th of August. It's Saturday. In today's video, we're going to be looking at trend following big trends. Now, in relation to this, I want to look at four pairs. I want to look at the euro against the USD, euro against the JPY, then the USD against two euro correlated currencies. They are going to be the CZK, Czech krona, and the SEK, Swedish krona. We'll go to the charts in just a moment. Now, in videos this year, we've done more videos on Euro USD than any other. We thought it looked very bearish as we turned the year, and it's fallen hard. Now, I think there is far more downside still to come. It's been a great downtrend, more weakness ahead. Now, in terms of Euro JPY, we think the Euro is making a top against the Japanese yen and will go into a big downtrend. In terms of the USD against the CZK and SEK, there has been some nice movement to the upside this year. There's far more to come. Now, in terms of trend following big trends, most beginners do not do it. They want to trade shorter term. But it's one of the best ways to trade, in our view. You can stay out of the noise of the market if you're trading the really big trends. And also, you don't have to spend much time on your trading. As George Soros says, good trading should be boring. Now, long-term trend following is boring. You don't actually have to look at price action much at all. You don't need to do anything complicated, but it can make great profits longer term. Now, in relation to looking at the opportunities, we'll go and do that right now. Just before we go to the charts, obviously, always please do keep in mind, it is my view, as of this specific moment in time, it can of course change in line with market action and conditions. If you want to learn all our trading techniques and also check out our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 FX pairs, all you need to do is click on the link beneath this video and you get live access to our member center. You can also follow our Facebook page and join our Facebook group of traders if you wish. Now, what we're going to do is take a look at the opportunities. It's on Euro USD monthly chart. Now, in terms of this, I just want to illustrate how you can make really great profits with just small positions, trend following big trends. In terms of looking at entries and stops and targets, if you want to play the short side of the euro, we'll go to the daily chart in a moment. Now, in terms of the euro, it's been a great trend since the back of 2021 when we reversed down here, came down, then we break the 115 level, then we come in to 2022 red, try and get higher on that candle, then down. So basically this here, 7 negative months against just 1 positive. Decline with no leverage, just if you traded cash, is 12%. Now, I know someone in our member center, they decided at the start of the year just to trade Euro USD using a leverage, I think, just 3 to 1. And started with 96,000. They made in profit 24,000. Okay, and that's only doing a few trades. As I think, in terms of trades we've done this year, it's 7. Okay, that's it. Now, in terms of the euro, despite the fact we've got a nice big bearish trend, we're really, really bearish and expect more downside. Our downside target is 90. If we can get down there, that will be a gain on the year of 22%. No leverage. Okay, the decline from current levels will be 11%. Now, in terms of big trends, they're driven by the big fundamentals. So you can't do a big trend technically. Okay, you need to know what's going on behind the chart. So before we go and look at the daily chart of Euro USD, what I want to do is go through some other charts and why we are so bearish of the euro still, despite the big fall. So right, let's skip over and look at those charts, then we'll draw some levels of entry, stop and target. Charts in terms of the Eurozone economy. Now, in terms of the Eurozone economy, it's in deep trouble. Things are going to get a lot worse. Okay, now in terms, there are still many forecasters who do not see a long and deep recession in Eurozone. The ECB, President Christine Lagarde said, we're not looking at a scenario of recession in the zone. Well, it's already here in terms of manufacturing. PMI's leading indicators have gone below the grey line. That indicates recession. The recession is going to become broad-based and it is going to become deep. Now, in terms, a lot of people saying, well, Eurozone, the euro has fallen hard. It's probably a bit oversold at the moment. This is a fair value model. It's called the beer model. And it shows the euro is not oversold. This grey line here, if you go above it, shows the euro is overbought. If it gets down here, it's oversold. Really just coming off overbought. Plenty more downside to come to get the euro to fair value. Now, the beer model, you can go and look it up for yourself. There's various inputs into it, but one of the main ones is natural gas. Okay, you can see natural gas prices have spiked in Europe. That's a huge problem, particularly for countries like Germany and Italy. You probably read about that in the media. Look at natural gas prices in the US, way lower. There's other things that go into the beer model, which you can see on the right. Look it up if you wish, but it's a good indicator to use. Now, in terms of the energy crunch in Europe, you can see it here. I'm sure you've read about it in the media, but all the pipelines coming in to Europe, you've seen them all drop in terms of the gas coming in. Most important is Nord Stream, only pumping at 20% of its capacity. Russia is restricting the gas flow to hurt Europe effectively. We could get a complete cut-off. Now, in terms of, looked at that chart already, or a similar one. In terms of Euro GDP, you can see a decline by more than 5 percentage points in the case of an embargo. That's a huge, huge hit. Is a total embargo coming? We'll have to wait and see. Could. I think the odds are high. But even with Russia just pumping little gas it does at the moment, the zone is going to recession. How far could the euro fall? This is from corporate Nordea. We particularly like their research, and you can see their projection is down to 90 based upon BF. Okay. And this chart here from JP Morgan, this is based upon growth revisions. Euro USD is currently undershooting growth by 3%, where every 1% downgrade in euro area's annual growth forecast is versus the US is worth 3% on euro USD. They conclude a more complete pricing of the adverse scenario, which is a cut off the gas, could push euro USD to test 90. That is our downside target. Now, you do have the ECB. They raised rates at their last meeting. They say they're going to raise them again in September. We don't think that they can. It's not going to bring down inflation, which is, I won't show inflation graphs in this video, but inflation is out of control. It's a supply side shock. Raising interest rates is not going to do much. Okay. On the other side, US economy is doing better, and basically you've got the interest rate advantage in favour of the USD, and it's going to go even more in favour of the USD. I'll just show you this chart. Wrong chart. Where is it? Here. This is the US dollar index. Dollar is in a big uptrend. I'll cover other pairs in separate videos, but we just met support at the 50-day moving average, the green line. We're going way higher. Euro, major part of the dollar index. Okay, right, now let's go and look at the daily chart. Now, in terms of regulars or no, we're not into complicated technicals. They're very simple. Okay, now in terms of the way we see this chart, the big trend is down. You can see the down sloping trend line there. We've had a rally here. That is a correction of oversold. Now, it's kind of a bit frustrating last couple of weeks. We've been chopping sideways. We think if you're coming in fresh, you could sell through this level here. So through the low of Friday, okay? And your stop on entry should be, I think, behind this level here. You can see what we're doing at the top here. We're short at 101.80, which is exactly where we're sitting. Stop at 103.75. We always have our stop back behind second level resistance, not first. Okay. Targets got 96, then 90. So if we break lower, just sell. If we were to break above this level here, I would sell back through the level with a stop behind this level. So yeah, don't need to do anything complicated in terms of the technicals in this pair. I think, yeah, the volatility's dropped down. We've just in a period of a little bit of indecision. That will end. Okay, it's frustrating to be caught a couple of weeks going sideways, but keep your eye on the big picture. Okay, you're going to get that. Keep your eye on the big picture. And I think in terms of euro downside, there is plenty. Also, in terms of euro USD, if you're going sideways, you're still picking up a carry, aren't you, in terms of the interest? So yeah, euro USD, far lower prices expected. Now let's go and take a look at euro JPY. Euro JPY, the monthly chart. Now, in terms of the yen, it's the most oversold major currency. It's had a big sell-off this year across the board. It's recently shown a bit of strength. I think we could be confirming a big trend change. You can see that you had a really great rally there, way above 140. I think it's 140. Was it 144? And then we get a red candle. I think it's a bearish reversal candle. The bullish fundamentals have peaked for the euro. Bearish fundamentals have peaked for the yen. Okay, we've come back up this month, but I don't think we've got too much more upside. Now, in terms of why we're bullish of the yen, I'll discuss the yen in more detail in a separate video I'll probably do tomorrow. But yeah, it's just really, really oversold, probably about 20% oversold against the euro. In terms of the big fundamental that's bullish for the yen is we're going into a big global slow up, possibly a recession. That is heavily bullish for the yen historically. And also Japan is the world's biggest current account surplus, which will also support it in a slow up or a recession. Now, in terms of where we think we're going to go to, we think to 126. A move down there will be 8.5%, and to 120 would be 12.5%. That's no leverage involved. I think 120 is on the cards. We could go even lower than that. Like I said, the euro is about 20% overvalued against the yen. So we're quite conservative in our targets. Right, let's go to the daily chart. In terms of since my last video on the euro, we're still in the same euro USD trade, obviously traveling sideways. But in terms of euro JPY, we've completed a short trade. We sold that rally up there. We got above 142. We sold through 141. We came down really nicely, and we put our stop just behind the 136 level. So we got 500 odd pips out. Okay, we gave back profit, but you always have to do that. Then we've run onto the upside, and I've actually sold into the rally. Okay, at 137.20, actually sold into those two candles there. We just run on a little bit, 19 pips above. Now we're at heavy resistance here, 138. Got the 20-day moving average, which in a strong downtrend should provide resistance, and another level here. So we're looking for this rally to fade. We just view this as a correction of oversold. So how would you play it if you wanted to come in? For 137.39, I'd maybe just sell back through these candles here and that tail there. Okay, and then see if she runs. 126, we see that monthly chart. Then 120, plenty of downside potential in our view. We'll see how this one pans out. Now let's have a look at the USD against the SEK and CZK. We're on US dollar, Swedish krona. Now, in terms of USD, if you look at the really long-term chart, I won't do it here. USD's been in a firm uptrend for years, okay? Obviously, you do get retracements. You got one here. I think the retracement is a buying opportunity for the USD on strength. Now, in terms of the SEK, it's really sensitive to global growth, and we've got a big global slow up. The interest rate outlook favours the USD. And SEK, or Sweden, is very exposed to Eurozone trade as well. We think, obviously, Eurozone not going to be doing well going forward. Now, if you wanted to play this one, we came in above 10.20. You can see it at 10.22 on Friday, just below the level. If you want to get in, just wait for a move above the 1020 level, and then she should run up, hopefully, to chart highs. If you get a nice blue coming through there, you stop. Could be behind this first level support and the 4 bodies rather than the second level where we've got our stop at the moment. We'll try and move it up behind here. You got nice risk reward of 4, about 4 to 1, isn't it? Last pair. This one, a bit like Euro USD since our last video, it hasn't done much. All we've done is chop sideways, okay? Now, in terms of this pair, CZK, again, massive exposure to Eurozone. I think Eurozone's slowing, but also Russia, Ukraine did a lot of trade with those two nations. It doesn't do so now. And the central bank has got a little bit of a dovish tilt at the moment after raising interest rates aggressively. So we think this consolidation will end. If we get above the high through that candle there, we expect to move up to 26. So I won't show the monthly chart and go and check it out for yourself, but it's well off the top of my computer screen. Break higher, stick the stop behind this first level of support. Okay, at present we've got ours behind the second level. Going to try and bring it up. Your risk to reward is really good. It's about 6 to 1, I think, if we hit target. So there's some pairs to look at. Stress in our videos a lot. If you focus on the big trends, you only need to look at price action once or twice a day. You don't have to be glued to a computer screen. The odds are more in your favor when you're trading big trends, okay, than trading, short moves. So yeah, we'll see how these pairs go. That's the video for now. So thank you for watching it. Take care. Have a good day.